By ExxonMobil, taking on the world's toughest energy challenges. By MetLife, I can do this. And by Head & Shoulders, respect the scalp, love the hair.
Welcome back to Belmont Park, where Union Rags and John Velasquez has won the Belmont Stakes. It's the 6th time since 2000 that the Belmont winner ran in the Derby and then skipped the Preakness. And let's see how they did it with our Pacific Life race replay.
This is the horse that did not break at all in the Kentucky Derby. It cost him all chance. This horse is fast from the starting gate if he needs to be, and he was today. Johnny got a flyer with him. He breaks excellent, clean, gives him a little bit of a tap on the shoulder just to get him involved, and the speed was legitimate early on. The fractions were right. Johnny had to love where he was right now as they entered the first turn, Randy.
But then the fractions slowed down. Half mile and 49 1/5 seconds. They went 6 furlongs in 1 minute 14 3/5, which is slow by Triple Crown standards, certainly. But Union Rags and Johnny Velasquez saving all the ground. Painter, the beneficiary of those fractions on the front end, just like Bodemeister in the Preakness, everything his own way.
The thing about Union Rags right here is that he switched off with these slow fractions, and he's put into a perfect spot right here as they come into home right now. Take a look who's on the outside right there. Julian Leperoux on Attican. There's no chance that they're gonna let Johnny out at this point right now. So he's got to just hope that Mike slides off the rail just enough to get through. And Johnny's actually having to wait right now until about 5 strides from now. Right?
And when you watch this finish, keep in mind there were many out there who questioned Union Rags' ability to get the 1.5 miles. They said that his sire, Dixie Union, meant that he couldn't get a 1.5 miles, even though the female side of his pedigree was replete with stamina. No problem at all getting the 12 furlongs right here as he squeezes through the inside. Mike Smith's got to be thinking, oh, no, not again.
Exactly, and I'll tell you what, Johnny, this horse, he needed every step of the way. Dullahan, what happened to him? Well, this is what happened to him about midway through the race, as Randy mentioned. The pace was slowed down dramatically by Mike Smith and Painter. Look at this back here. Dullahan losing all chance, getting forced out of his game. It's tough to recover from getting shuffled back from a good position all the way back to next to last.
But even when he got out, he didn't really raise any heck. You heard Javier Castellano wonder if maybe that fast workout earlier in the week was too fast. Maybe it did take some starch out of him here.
And Bob Baffert, another narrow loss after 2 with Bodemeister. Trying to hold on. Mike Smith gave him every chance to win. And for Bob Baffert, the 3rd time he's narrowly been beaten in the Belmont Stakes. That was our Pacific Life race replay. Baffert beaten ahead with Silver Charm in 97, beaten a nose with Real Quiet in 98. Painter just lost today. Union Rags is the Belmont champion. Belmont Stakes is official, run in 2:30.42 as Union Rags pays $7.50. Painter second, Adigan the long shot third, paying $10.60 in the show spot. The exacta $31.40, $248 for the dollar trifecta, and as you see, the dollar superfecta payoff as well. Union Rags $7.50 to win the Belmont Stakes. And a couple of moments ago, Bob Newmar had a chance to talk to Mike Smith. He must have been disappointed, Bob.
Yeah, no doubt he was devastated. The deja vu element of this, Preakness versus Belmont. But here's the point. Mike Smith blamed himself for the loss, said a veteran rider should never allow his horse to drift off the rail, thus allowing John Velasquez and Union Rags to sneak up the inside and nail him on the wire. Mike Smith said, it should never happen to a veteran rider like me. Here's Bob Costas.
My camera. Which camera's on? Ready. All right, a makeshift situation here for the presentation of the trophy. Steve Dunker is the chairman of the New York Racing Association, and he will make that presentation. Steve?
Thank you, Bob. First, just a quick thank you to our New York racing fans who support us all day, every day, all year long, and our great horsemen. Now to the race. Johnny V, what a ride. Holy cow, that was sensational. And Union Rags, as gutty, a gritty a race as you can run. To Johnny V, Michael Matt, and especially Mrs. Wyeth, congratulations. Your colt just passed the test of a champion. Congratulations.
Wow. Yes. Yes. I don't know what's going on.
know who's going to take custody of it, but you can hold on to it for the moment. Steve, Mrs. Wyeth, you sold Union Rags and then repurchased the horse. Why?
Because I knew I had a dream. I knew he would make it. I only have that racehorse and a half of another, a claimer, and I knew Michael could do it with him. It was my dream, and he made it come through today. He and Johnny. I knew he could do it. And nobody would have gotten through on the rail other than Johnny today. I can tell you that. That was unbelievable. He just said, move over, I'm coming. He believed in the horse. And Michael got him there. It was an unbelievable job.
Thank you, Mrs. Wyeth. John, quickly, your thoughts on the tactics. Our time is short.
I thought it worked out perfectly. I wanted to get a good break, get in a nice, comfortable position that he was going forward. And down the quarter pole, I was just hoping that I get a nice little room that he could go through there. And then I got to give it to the horse. He did it all for me. When I asked him, he was there for me, and he responded all the way to the wire. So I'm very, very glad that I got on him. I'm very glad that I knew him, and he worked out just fine for us.
And Michael Match, you thought you had a horse with Triple Crown potential. Bad trip in the Derby, but what a way to end the last of the 3 Triple Crown contests.
Well, I'm just glad for Phyllis and the horse that we really got to see the real Union Rags.
We go to Tom Hammond.
All right, Bob, and finally some good luck for Union Rags after all that bad luck. Mike Smith said he shouldn't have let him through on the inside. What do you think?
Well, I think there's a couple different factors. There was enough horse, a big enough hole, and he was game enough to go through there. The real Union Rags showed up today. You know, he had some adversity here last year. He's 2 for 2 at this racetrack now, and he overcame that adversity here at Churchill or at Belmont Park last year. So I think a very, very good performance for him today.
Back in March, if you had told a whole lot of horse racing people that we'd get to the Belmont Stakes with the possibility to win a Triple Crown, as we had earlier this week, they would have all said, right, Union Rags will be the horse. Well, there was the disappointment in the Derby, caused a lot of people to jump off the bandwagon. They said he wasn't tough. They said he matured last year. They'd caught up to him now. He couldn't get the 1.5 miles. Well, today he was mature, he was tough, and he got the 1.5 miles better than anybody.
And he returned to the scene of his greatest triumph prior to today, the Champagne Stakes, which he won last year. He got some good luck, and he got the job done. Let's go back to Bob Costas.
Well, as was briefly noted earlier, congratulations go to Michael Mass and to John Velasquez. But when you think about Bob Baffert, he has won 9 Triple Crown races. Could have won, with a little bit of luck, I guess, all 3 this time. His horse, Bodemeister twice, and today Painter, run down right at the end by the combined length of a racehorse. Practically, he lost all 3 Triple Crown races in 2012. That's going to do it for all of us here at Belmont Park. There's still more to come, though, as our coverage continues with the post-race show over on the NBC Sports Network. And a reminder that beginning Thursday, the U.S. Open Championship comes to you from the Olympic Club starting at 3 Eastern on NBC. And tonight at 8 Eastern on NBC, it's Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Devils hosting the Kings as the Kings look to clinch the Stanley Cup. For our entire team, I'm Bob Costas saying so long from Belmont Park, where Union Rags won the Belmont Stakes.